My name is Gary McMurray. I wear two hats in the organization. So I'm a principal research engineer and division chief here for the Intelligent Sustainable Technologies Division. And I am also on the Georgia Tech side an associate director for the Institute for Robotics and Intelligent Machines. Well, I think that the point of the portfolios projects was just to try to bring together work that was somewhat related to each other. Because many times people are stovepipe. They see the world that they live in, but they don't see the broader GTRI. So I think in this case, it's been very good because it brings together people that are working in ag, people are working in the medical area, people that are working in energy and sustainability, severe storms, STEM, kind of all coming together and at least get to know each other and understand that they work for similar organizations, and sometimes there's overlap, and sometimes there's a potential for collaboration moving forward. So I think it's a good thing because it just brings together the community. Students are incredibly important to what we do. Within this division, we have about 40 research faculty and about 40 some odd students. And in the summer, that balloons up even higher. And so for us, the students are just part of everything that we do. Also, most of our projects have academic collaborators. So we're doing basic research. And I think that's one of the real fun part of the job for me is having one foot on the basic research side, one foot on the applied side. It's all super important to what we do because our stakeholders really value that education side. They want to see the workforce development. They need that workforce development. And that's something that we've seen just from so many companies of late, is that demand for workforce development. They just don't have enough employees that have the right skill set. And that's something that Georgia Tech can do. And because I do think we have the ability to impact people's lives in a lot of different ways. Within the state of Georgia, the main areas that we touch, with STEM, the things that we do for K through 12, makes a huge impact in rural Georgia. Things we do in the medical area, in ag tech, certainly the things that we're doing in crop production with the ag robotics, poultry processing, with the robotics, the wastewater production. What we're seeing is we're able to just reduce the cost and make everything so much more environmentally friendly. These are going to have big impacts, not just on Atlanta, but throughout the entire state. And that's going to help this state economy. Yeah, most of our projects really do touch improving the human condition. The simple ones like COVID detection, things like this are obvious and people think about that immediately. But then a lot of our work also applies to agriculture and food. And in those cases, we're trying to improve the yield, okay? Trying to make these companies more productive because the more productive, the higher the yield, the more food that comes out. So we're talking about feeding people, and that's, again, that's one of the most basic needs in the human life. So I think it's a good thing. But the other thing that I really get excited about is we're seeing all this technology that's being used in ag, but it's also being deployed in the DoD space, okay? So we're taking our robots that we've used in poultry and in the fields, we're putting those into supply chain logistic areas for the Marine Corps. We're taking our chemical and biological sensing and applying that to detection of WMD and various chemical agents. And then we're also using some of our chemical sensing and AI of the VOCs to do detection of other types of chemicals and their sources. So there's just a lot of things going on, and there's still a lot of opportunity. And I still am just a firm believer that when you bring together the intersection of the scientists with the engineers, you're going to constantly be finding new opportunities. And to me, that's just exciting. And that's one of the things I think GTRI allows people to do, is to explore these new opportunities and do new things. And I think that's, for someone like myself, you couldn't ask for anything more.